Hello everyone, I will make a small video about the game Century to explain the game so you know how to play it. This is Century, it's a text-based grand strategy game where you play and lead a nation through the 20th century. In the home screen usually we have loading a new game, or you can also continue if you have an ongoing game. In the bottom we have a link to the Discord server where you can connect with other players and with me. If you have questions or ideas or some bug report, you can also send me an email and join the Facebook group through that. If you click in the lowest part, you can see the latest changelogs to the version. Right now I'm playing the version that is on beta today, 29th of December 2025. When you start a new game, you can you get this list of all the countries that you can play. Is the historical start, so you have both historical up here, and you can change it slightly by pressing it again. Or you have a random world where all the nations are randomly generated. There's also some information about this, and you can also set a custom start date or end date. Maximum can be 1,000 years, so you can go from 1500 to 2500. Yes, if we go to a historical start, for example, then you have a list of all the historical nations you can play. You can click them and see some information about them, their area, population, how much money they have, also their ranking if they're in top 9 countries in something in the beginning. Yeah, you can see their religion make out and their cultures. You can see what they have of army and of navy. Yes, so to make a small guide, I think we will try to play Germany. So you press start, and when you start the game, you have the first tab is the newspaper. You can filter it on news for you or all news in general. You have diplomacy tab where you can do a number of things. You can do different diplomatic actions here. This country to France, I can send missionaries, I can send material and volunteers. Some countries I can declare war on, and so on. And that's very dependent on different factors. So if you're already at war with a nation, you can't go to war with them. If they're at war with someone else, you can send material and volunteers to support their military actions. You can see some information about the different countries, the area, the infrastructure, and so on. Yeah, you can also see more details about them. You can see poverty and rich and middle class. The next tab is the wars tab, where you can see the different wars. I'm gonna let it run for a few days. And then inside the war, you can see both sides, which countries are taking part of it. You can click them. You can also see how much population they have, how much different army and infrastructure. And you can go in and see the different battles that have occurred. You can click those and see the details about the specific battles. For example, here, yes. And you can filter also wars you're involved in and all wars. You have war tension, which is how close you are to triggering a world war. You can see right now we're in 299. This is your army and navy tab, where you can see your armed forces. Also later on in in the 1910s, you get air force. You also get tanks, so you can build rifles. You can build soldiers. You can build navy with sailors, small ships, medium ships, and large ships. Army is in land battles, navy in sea battles. There's a lot more information in here. You can have a ratio, so for example, each soldier needs one rifle. So right now we have more rifles than soldiers, so our men to equipment ratio is 0.74. I think usually it's best to have it slightly below 1, so maybe 0.99 or something like that. You can see I have more sailors than I have actual boats or ships. Here I can see the employment of my country and the money, also daily money change. I can see many more details in here about that. So the next tab is the country tab, where again, so we have the money, the population, area, infrastructure. the infrastructure, and then the infamy. Infamy is how feared you are by, like, how harsh you are as a nation. So the higher that is, if you reach 90, above 90, then other countries will declare war on you. War level is how tired your people kind of are of war. So if it reaches above 10%, then bad things can start to happen. When you get independence, you have some policies, for example, isolationist and interventionist. If you're interventionist, you can declare war on anyone that you're not currently in a war with, but you might be called into other wars. Isolationist, you don't get called into wars, but you can only declare war on countries with an infamy level higher than 50. And then there's some reward ads if you'll need some extra help. The first one gives you some money. The next one, oh, sorry. The first one gives you some money. I got some events because I unpaused. The next one removes infamy. The next one some war level, but that's optional if you want to do that. The final tab is your population tab, in which you can see different things about your population, including the healthcare level, the social classes, the educations, the religion, and culture. When the game is running, you get some events, and they show up both, as you can see here, in the newspaper, but it also can show inside your as a pop-up, as you saw. Yeah, so let's try and run this a bit. I think as Germany, I want some more investment in healthcare and education and population and infrastructure. So we're gonna let it run. I'll slow it down a little bit. And I think we would like to have some more army. We don't need that many, so much rifle production. So FC Bayern was founded, and it gives some effects, as you can see there. So we're gonna reduce this one maybe to let's say 50, and then we would like to build some more navy, right? We do like this. Let's build one more of these. Yeah, I think we would need much more army, so we're gonna invest much more in this. And then our nation is running. We're investing some more in infrastructure. I think we would like to have better healthcare, so we'll increase that even more. And then we'll speed it up a little bit. As you can see, my healthcare coverage is going up. There was some Olympics, which cost me some money, but reduced some war level for me. We're fighting this war over here. So I think we will just see, now there was a war that started. Argentina declared war on us, and I think it's going to be a very easy war. They're a very small country. We're much bigger, more than 10 times. They have not that much army and not that much navy, so I think we will beat them very easily. We will let this run a little bit more. And as you can see, we're winning. All the great powers are having the Boxer Rebellion against China. They're losing very big. And also this war against Argentina, you can see we have won. The defender has won all the battles. So he's taking a lot of losses in this. So I think we will win that war. If I go back here, our healthcare level has started falling, and that is because our soldiers are fighting in a war. So part of our healthcare is going to that, so that can cause it to go down. As you can see, a lot of people write questions about that. And you can see also poverty is increasing because our population is not very educated. So education also has an effect on poverty. Our infrastructure is slowly going up, but it's very, very low. So I think once the war is done, maybe that will help us a bit, because we have a lot of soldiers, 2% of our population. We want some Nobel Peace Prizes. That's nice. We want for physics and for medicine. So we'll close that one and continue. We're losing a lot of money right now. So hopefully this war will be over soon, and then we will get some money from that. There we go, peace redesigned. And what did we get? We got some money and some infamy, and we annexed some lands and population. So now you can see, now we have some extra money that we can use, and our healthcare hopefully can rise even more. And we have the largest army and also the second largest navy in the world. So as you can see, you just keep going this way with the game. And this is the game. If you have any questions, let me know. And also if you want me to make some other longer videos or more in-depth about something, also let me know. Thank you very much and enjoy the game.